Oh, come on, man. I can't have shit in this house.
Oh, the United States Brawlhalla scene is dominant. So strong. Online communities playing at such a top level, I wish I could move to California and play in their turnies.
Well, I'm sorry to mention this, but the West Coast is and should always be considered a different region and monster in general when it comes to the competitive Brawlhalla scene. Hi, my name is Finn. You may see me roaming around a lot on different games here and there, but I'm here to address the game that brought together an incredible friendship here in Endangering Together, and how a lot of people don't realize the differences in regions both of them really are. Recently in the Brawlhalla community, a lot of content creators have been asking for changes in the game regarding balances, toxicity in game, or general ways they could possibly make Brawlhalla better. And if the developers care at all for their community and like listening to feedback and be responsive in developing the game that's really engaged with its community. In this short video, I'll be addressing why the West Coast seems like a dying wasteland. I mention this topic in general because there are amazing players who are capable of playing at an incredibly top level in our region, or people that might be encouraged to play Brawlhalla competitively but don't because NA official champs or online tournaments on any circumstance are always played on USD servers. Now, to dumb it down for anyone who doesn't know what USD is or what US West is, it stands for the United States East and United States West servers, where the United States East servers are located in Atlanta, Ashburn, and recently the server in Ohio. Compared to US West, where there are all located here in California, in San Jose and one in Los Angeles. On average, a West player, which I say keep this in mind, it's really dependent on where you live, but if you're in Canada or even upper West Coast of Mexico, or you live all the way over there, then you're averaging around 60 to 90 ping, with of course ping spikes on these servers. And generally, filthy casuals would be like, oh, it's not that bad. In the competitive Brawlhalla, where a game can be decided by like a fraction of a second, and options drop because of pure input lag or just lag in general connecting to USD servers. God, I can't explain the fury of like 1,000 suns that boil in my veins for players that genuinely love playing the game competitively but can't in our region, or are forced to overcome these odds that are in the people that live in the East's favor. And it goes in really hard how a lot of people mention how the US West community doesn't have a good scene to be hosting an official. And my God, if I could mention how many great players I know off the top of my head that have to play on the United States East and identify as East players, then I might not have enough toes or fingers combined to count all of them that are actually from the West Coast. And hell, if I do mention it, not to gloat, but we do have a two-time BCX champion literally sitting in our region. And the West Coast rankings look god-awful too, compared to the East Coast. That is entirely natural. No one wants to play this game competitively in rank when there's no point in playing with no delay, if no tournaments exist in your region. And Brawlhalla has been finding a nice steady flow of new players, but don't realize casual players don't usually stick around in Brawlhalla as long as competitive players do. Where competitive players stay on Brawlhalla hours on end to perfect their quote-unquote craft. And these players are what make a consistent flow of average players in the game. I can guarantee you a majority of high-level players with like 2,400 plus ELO aren't looking to climb the ELO ladder. They're looking to fight worthy opponents, and opponents they know they'll be running into in officials tournaments. That being said, that's why I, or we, as in the West Coast, think appeasing the competitive community could really help. Where I, or we, have ultimately two solutions that could solve all these problems and ultimately bring in more consistent players. Excuse me. The first solution is already in the title. It's Central United States servers, where East Coast and West Coast can meet dab in the middle without complaint. Well, this is still favors Central players. Yes, definitely. Of course, it's going to favor anyone who lives in that region. Duh. However, it doesn't leave either coast with an extreme disadvantage, where West Coast and East Coast can collide with less than 2040 ping in a Central server, where it's much more bearable than 60 to 90. My second solution, which I'm looking at you, Brawlhalla, dab in West Coast officials. See how many people turn up and see the spike in a region that's been denied to play competitively fair. It encourages new players and seasoned players to continue playing this game, a goal to work towards for newcomers who are eager to play at a truly top level and obtain some sort of glory, you know. Anyways, that's gonna be pretty much it for the video. My name's Finn again, and if you really like this video, slap a like, slap a subscribe, or whatever, you know. I don't care too much. If you're from the West Coast and you're having troubles finding some tournaments, our Discord, if you join it on the link below, we do be hosting those tournaments though monthly. For the West community. It is community tournaments. We dabble in $100 pool prize for anyone that is welcome to join, and also you can check out our previous videos on that as well. Anyways, stay dangerous all.